Hey.
Hello, Mr. Cruz.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you doing today?
All right, good. I love Austin.
Well, and we are big fans of yours. Let me introduce you to my co-host, Ton.
How you doing, Terry?
How you doing, sir?
I'm a super mega fan. Glad to have you on the line. If you're ready to go, we'll get started.
I'm ready.
All right. Well, the season finale of your show, World's Funniest Fails, is coming up. Tell us a bit about what to expect.
Well, I have to say, I have to go back to a great movie I shot in Austin, Texas, called Idiocracy, where I played President Camacho and the whole thing. And if anyone's ever familiar with that movie, World's Funniest Fails is basically Ow My Balls. It's basically that show. I am the host of Ow My Balls. That's what it is. And we basically show all the funny things that have happened because you can't get away from it. Everything is taped. Everything is being filmed. And you are probably on camera right now as we speak.
Whoa.
Now, I love it. You're a pretty big guy. You're pretty cut. You played the NFL for years. You've acted alongside, Schwarzenegger, Stallone, big-time action stuff. But you've never been afraid to play that comedy role and just be ridiculous. So where does that come from?
You know what? It comes from years of trying to be badass and realizing it gets you nothing. You realize you're just alone, and I remember when your family doesn't even want to talk to you, nobody really wants to be around you, you're like, you know what, let me just get rid of that whole badass thing, and let me just be me, and let me just, be funny. And it just, once I got out of the NFL and started acting and just started being funny, it just was a freedom that I never really experienced. It's kind of like the first time Kobe grabbed a basketball, you start to realize this is what he's meant to do. And same thing for me.
Well, it seems like when you left the NFL, you really were right out of the gates with Schwarzenegger and the Sixth Day. I mean, was that kind of intimidating to start off on such a a big project like that?
Yes, because let me tell you, I thought it was a 2-day role. And I'll never forget, I was so happy. I was like, I got the role. Schwarzenegger's going to kill me. And I thought, I was going to walk in and he just shoots me and then I die. Well, they were like, no, this is a main role. You're going to be in Vancouver for 4 months. And I was like, what? And then I got nervous. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I had to learn. I had to learn fast. Let me tell you, I got that first role, and then after that, I was bombing auditions left and right, not doing good, trying to figure out what was going on. And all of a sudden, I had to get better really quick, and I thank God I did.
Yeah, you mentioned kind of being excited to be on screen with Schwarzenegger, and of course you were in all the Expendable films, so was that, kind of overwhelming to be around all those guys?
Well, by that time, I had done a lot of stuff, and this was really cool because Schwarzenegger and I bumped back into each other and doing another movie together. He's like, I'm so proud of you. It's amazing what you've been doing and all this. And let me tell you, Sly took me under his wing. Sly just said, I know you do comedy. I know you're a funny guy, but I want to make you an action star. And the thing about action, or rather comedic actors, is that they can always do a lot of different things, where it's kind of hard for a guy who's just doing drama all the time. It's funny, Sly told me, he said, dude, I want to do comedy, but nobody would believe me, And the thing is, when you look at guys like Steve Carell or Foxcatcher or Robin Williams and all the great things he's done, even Jamie Foxx, when he did Ray, comedic actors can make that switch a lot quicker than the other way around.
So do you think, is there a part 4 in the works, or are you guys still working on something?
Definitely. In fact, they're talking about making a TV series out of it. Okay. That's the last thing I heard. And they're going to take TV stars and they're going to do that version of the Expendables too. I mean, with Sly, let me tell you something. There's going to be Expendables 17 if it was up to Sly. So I'm all in. As long as I don't die, I'm good. Mel Gibson shot me in the ass, but I survived.
Yeah, you're talking about TV. I know you've done a lot of TV also, and I got to ask you about being Herbert Love on Arrested Development. That was an awesome role for you.
That was awesome. First of all, I mean, one of the greatest, most iconic TV series of all time, Arrested Development, and put me right in the fold. And I was there with Portia de Rossi and all those guys. It was just the coolest thing ever. And I love Herbert Love. I can't wait to bring him back. You know what I mean? I want to wear the glasses and do the whole thing. It's kind of funny because I'm two politicians at the same time. I'm President Camacho and Herbert Love. I would love to see them run against each other.
Now, you mentioned, obviously you've been doing all of that action stuff. You do the comedy, without a hitch. Is there anything that you prefer, one over the other?
No. It's like having asking, which kid is your favorite? I love my kids. You have love in your heart for all of them, and I have love in my heart for drama, for acting, I have, for comedic stuff, and for hosting. See, one thing I needed a challenge. I really, sometimes as an actor, you can kind of get on a rut. You can kind of feel like, well, this is what I do, no big deal. But doing things live and hosting in front of a live studio audience is a whole nother animal. There's no script. There's no stuff. You just have to go off the head. I remember hosting the ball drop for New Year's Eve for NBC, and this was a big deal, and I just felt like this is my element because it reminded me of that NFL energy. When I played in the NFL, it was one of those things where everything could go wrong, will go wrong, and that's the fun part. To me, I like being on that edge.
Well, I know you're also a pretty accomplished painter, and you have a book out that came out recently, so, you're really kind of all over the place.
Well, let me tell you something. I remember being very lazy when I was a kid, and I remember always having an excuse as to why I couldn't do something. And one thing is, as I got older, I slowly but surely got rid of every excuse as to why I couldn't do something. And what happened is that every time you get rid of an excuse, another thing gets done. And that's why I'm doing so much, because I basically have gotten rid of all the excuses that kept me from doing it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you obviously are a busy guy, and we mentioned the season finale of World's Funniest Fails coming up. Is there anything else you have in the works or anything you want to mention?
Well, yeah, I'm actually here in New Mexico right now doing a movie, a Western, with Adam Sandler called The Ridiculous Six. And it's a Western, man. I'm riding horses and the whole thing. It's a period piece, and we got everybody in here, man. Rob Schneider, Nick Nolte, Taylor Lautner, Jorge Garcia, Danny Trejo is coming through, Harvey Keitel. It's an amazing cast.
Wow, that sounds pretty awesome. Can't wait to see it.
Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. You never forget it. Let's just say that.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Thanks a lot, Terry.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good one.